everyone, this video presentation shows my reflective artwork using various materials for my study purpose. It's me Sachin Babukarki from Cofield, Melbourne, and I began my experiment by gathering every type of paper that I could find at home. I have access to a variety of colors, shapes and sizes. I took some time to observe it while attempting to produce creative ways to see and feel these elements from a different angle. For this experiment, I have chosen paper as it allows me to experience different techniques and materials to produce unique and beautiful works of art. Drawing is the first thing I tried, as I used to love drawing when I was a child, and I got a number of memories that are related to my drawings from my early childhood. This was also the key factor that played the main role in making me choose paper for my artwork, which started putting a smile on my face as I started recalling most of my childhood memories and the connection I used to make using drawings. I think to myself as someone who is highly creative, and I use paper every day to write down thoughts, ideas, plans and any other designs that come to my mind using markers, highlighters or pens. However, I must admit that this task was difficult because I was only using a few unusual types of papers as a unique component for my experiment. The paper has its own preference. The water, the walls, the flooring, the door and the bodies of the children are all affected by it. It gains notoriety based on how it floats, turns slimy, adheres to walls, windows and legs under various circumstances, feels, slides off, behaves and moves. Paper gains the reputation of being sensitive, reactive, pliable, absorbent, responsive to touch and capable of being bent, folded and crumpled. Even though these motions are minor, working with paper requires one to move continuously with the material, collaborate with it and respond to its cues. According to InGold 2013, a gestural dance with a modulation of the material is how one item flows into the next. One can never predict exactly what they will wind up. When I was able to combine and contrast different paper sizes, I could make out a unique arrangement of the paper's form, lines, form, text and movement. I was first pretty worried about how I might comprehend the variety of use of papers. Since I gathered the paper from the tiniest to the largest, I can honestly say that I could make out some steps. This is when I realized that if I combine these paper forms, I could use my imagination to make any form I want. I then grabbed a piece of paper in my room and began infusing its shape with different objects in my space. I spent a lot of time hunting for chain and covering areas that my eye could see to use paper to create a new visual impact. The thing that astonished me the most was how paper weaved itself into our reality when I learned to absorb its motions. And when this occurred, we were asked to dream with paper, or as InGold puts it, to perceive the world through the eyes of paper. Our method evolved into what Davies 2014 terms emergent listening, allowing for the possibility of new ways of knowing and new ways of being, for something novel and unexpected to take place. Additionally, I carefully study paper by touching it with my hand, feeling it and noticing whatever motion I can locate to confirm that it is continually in motion and that nothing about it is motionless. The paper is moved in a variety of rhythms and intensities, as well as by object, body part and the nearby ear motion, bounce in life and new beginnings, and changes are always on the horizon. These motions can be felt, seen or sensed in a varieties of ways. All of them depend on the user's viewpoint and integrity. Movement can be in either a forward or backward direction, and it can also lead to production and emergence. Movement is both an actor and an actor subject. We may discover new insights into how learning is itself a sort of movement by examining the movement and activities of the subject matter. Lastly, the goal of the paper play is to make the viewer feel touched by the feeling of becoming caught up in the interaction of paper, people and wind. It can flow over, have an impact on other people and present fresh perspective on how to live. According to Sullivan 2006, our imagination may be highly constrained at times, making it difficult to perceive things we are not ready to view. You simply need to open to initiative ideas, let your imagination run wild and let your inner child go. I simultaneously did everything and nothing. Papers encounters varied materials as it traveled through time and planet. I must show the children the side of paper that experiments to explore creativity and imagination as an early childhood educator, which also helps us to be happy and creative most of the time, even if we do not have any clue what the material will lead us into. Thank you everyone.